Brought down by Derek Witherspoon. 32-yard return. Well, coming up next, it's the most talked about and anticipated game of the season as Jimmy Johnson leads the Dolphins against his former team and Super Bowl champs, the Dallas Cowboys. It's the grudge match you won't want to miss coming up next, except in Philadelphia, right here.
Jerry didn't want to shake hands, did he?
I think Jerry Jones probably has this. I think he's a little bit frightened, to be quite honest, of Johnson's Dolphins.
I was disappointed that he didn't stand up and shake hands there.
On the 32, first and 10, Collins going deep, and he's got the receiver, and it's Muhsin Muhammad. The rookie from Michigan State in a second-round pick comes up with a huge gain of 35, and Carolina is right back in business.
It's one-on-one. It's one-on-one, full press, bump and run, and they thought Bobby Taylor could probably run with him. It's going to come off here to your left. They're going to be running shoulder to shoulder. And Bobby never had a chance to look back. He knew he was beat. He knew he was in trouble.
8:55 remaining in the fourth quarter. So now there is a sense of urgency for the Panthers, who trailed 20-9. First and 10 pass, and the fade again to Muhammad, and broken up. There goes the flag, and it's pass interference against the Eagles and Bobby Taylor. It'll be first and goal for Carolina.
Well, Muhammad is fooling him. He faked a post and came back out in the corner, and Bobby Taylor jumped inside, and he had a run to catch up, and that's what cost the interference. He never looked back for the ball.
Pass interference, number 21 on the defense. That's a first down.
He never looked back for the ball because he knows he's in trouble. He's trying to save himself. Watch the fake inside and back outside. There's the fake inside. It's a post. Look at. Oh, it in the post. He's going back to the outside. He had to turn around. When the receiver looks, you have to look. Bobby Taylor did not look.
First down and goal. Russell Walls on the move. Handoff Anthony Johnson, who's had a quiet day, and he moves a pile down to the 4 before Kevin Johnson wraps him up on the defensive line.
Both teams, at halftime, the judgment was, if we get in the red zone, we're going to run because we haven't thrown for anything. So you can see both teams are inside the 10-yard line, and they came with the first down run. That's new this half.
Second down, goal from the 4 for Carolina. Collins, and he's got room to run. No blocking, he'll take it himself, and he lost the ball. It's a fumble recovered by Philadelphia. Brian Dawkins, the rookie from Clemson, comes up with the Collins fumble. And it couldn't have come at a worse time for the Carolina Panthers, who give it back to Philadelphia on another turnover, which is their second today.
He didn't slide. He was trying to run it in. If you're going to run it in, you got to cover the ball. They get the helmet right on the ball. Brian Dawkins puts his headgear right on the football. And out of watch Brian Dawkins, 20 and 23. That's Troy Vincent. And it would not go out of bounds for him. Stayed in bounds. Dawkins makes the recovery.
Carolina had no turnovers last week in their win over New Orleans. They've got 2 today, and that about as costly as they come.
And 2 fumbles today caused by Troy Vincent.
So from the 4-yard line, there goes a flag. First and 10 handoff. Ricky Waters as they try to get some breathing room. And he's out to the 7-yard line. And as we said, the flag thrown back at the 4.
Lined up off sides, I believe, on Carolina.
Redskins winning.
Offside, number 57 on the defense. The 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Lamar Latham, I looked at him. He looked like he was leaning over the ball before the ball was snapped. Here he is right here. Oh, that was a tough call.
Very close.
That's a little picky-unies.
7.5 left in the 4th. First and 5 with the penalty. Detmer to Ricky Waters, and he's thrown for a loss. Sam Mills penetrates well and knocks down Waters.
Well, what you see there is a line slanting, looping, and stunning, and you saw the stunt by Mills. They'll come from everywhere, and that's what breaks up the run. That's what stops. Watch him. He'll go over there, and 54, Carlton Bailey will come around the other side. Meanwhile, the strong safety, Chad Cota, walks up and smacks you. So they're playing nothing but run right now.
Under 7 to play, second down and 5. Philadelphia leads at 20-9. Waters again. There's a big hole, but quickly converging Carolina to the 10-yard line is all they can muster. A gain of a yard. Lamar Lathan shut the door in a hurry.
And the safety, again, they were showing too deep, but watch the safety. He's going to walk up. Pat Terrell, now he's a linebacker, and now he's free, and there he is in the hole.
173 rushing yards last week for Waters, and Jerry today, 36.
And 2 yards a carry because he's running in the twisting, looping, stunting lineman, and safety's up.
Waters, a receiver, 0-6 on their last 6 third-down tries. A pass caught. Irving Fryer, he's got the first down, and he's still on his feet, and he's out to the 22-yard line, and a big first down completion by Ty Detmer.
And the biggest surprise there is he's running so well after the catch because, again, Carolina is one of the best swarming gang tacklers, and they don't get him down. There's Poole didn't make a good effort. There's a shot, no wrap up. Finally, somebody gets an arm on. This is the best gang tackling team, and they're not wrapping them up.
Look at his last 6 years. Today, they have thrown to him 12 times, 7 catches. He had 4 touchdowns last week. He has 144 yards receiving this week. The pitch out to Waters, who is down immediately, and Kevin Green saw to that. A loss of a couple on the play.
Kevin Green and Cragen, wow, you talk about 2 old vets that can play. Fox is injured, their normal left end. And when he's in there, they got 3 guys that I don't think you can ever run on. There's Cragen. Watch at the top of the screen, 91, 71. They're all right there. Latham from the backside. That's the gang tackle we usually see from Carolina.
Great day for Fryer, coming up on 4:45 left in the game. Second down, 14, and Carolina needs another possession, and in a hurry. Detmer. Chris T. Jones. He's up the middle to the 31, picking up 9 yards.
Nobody in that zone. They probably ran a zone dog, and pulling a down lineman didn't get there. The pass is going to be out here. Mills is dropping. Now he's turning and running, and he can't get the underneath guy. He went for the deepest. They had 2 people in the same seam, one deep and one shallow. But what a great hit by Pat Terrell. Almost caused a fumble, Kevin.
Coming up on 4 minutes left in the game. Third down and 2 for Ty Detmer. Nice play fake, buys him some time. Wide open is the tight end, Jimmy Johnson, as he rumbles down the sideline for a first down to the Carolina 42. That's a pickup of 24 yards as Johnson makes just his 3rd reception all season.
And that's their first bootleg. Why it's so wide open, he's going to start this way, make the fake, but make the fake, and the tight end's going to come off the bottom of the screen. The tight end block. There's the linebacker. Kevin Green chasing the quarterback. Kevin Green had 88. Running down the field, 88. Jimmy Johnson. Is that the Jimmy Johnson's going to go play it in the Dallas?
Right. Jimmy Johnsons are wild today. We're going to see Jimmy Johnson in a few seconds down in Miami. And this Jimmy Johnson comes up with what might be a game-clinching catch.
I'd rather have this Jimmy Johnson. This guy can help me.
The pitch out to Turner, and he is strung out, thrown for a loss of 2. Back at the 45, Sam Mills led the way there.
Don't go wide. Don't run wide. Every time they try a wide pitch, a wide run, if you notice, they lose yardage. Too much speed with the Carolina team. And you lose yardage every time you run a toss or try to run a sweep.
Now Carolina's got to conserve time. They take a timeout, stop the clock at 2:51, trailing 20-9. Carolina hoping that disaster does not strike again. They've got only 2 minutes with which to work. Eagles will punt. It's 20-9.
And they got a block on. They're going to try to block this punt, Kevin.
Hutton back to punt for Philadelphia. Winslow Oliver deep back inside the 15. End over end punt will land at the 5, and if it's down, it could be real trouble for Carolina. That's a loose ball. It's alive, and it's inside the 5. Adam Walker down the ball at the 4-yard line. That is a huge special teams play, and that coach right there with 175 pieces of gum stuffed in his mouth. Danny Smith is one happy coach.
You think he's up to 175, do you? And this was a good play by Oliver. It's inside the 10. Don't touch it. You think it's going to roll on into the end zone and give you the ball at the 20. Good coverage by the Eagles.
Right after this game, for most of our audience, except Philadelphia, the second game of our doubleheader, Jimmy Johnson and the Dolphins hosting Barry Switzer and the Dallas Cowboys. 1st and 10, handoff, and it goes to Winslow Oliver and wrapped up by Kevin Johnson. Carolina is out of timeouts, and they trail 20-9.
Well, if you're out of timeouts, I don't think you do the run there, do you? I'm surprised they don't put it up. Only chance you got is get it up.
Here they go on 2nd down, and they're going deep. Taylor working on the far side against Muhsin Muhammad. That is incomplete.
No penalty that time because Taylor got his head around. Unlike his penalty, about 5 minutes ago, he turned his head around like he was a receiver, even though they had to bump him. He was okay.
Panthers had to use their timeouts when the Eagles were on that long 9-play drive because Philadelphia was doing such a brilliant job of using the clock and moving the ball. 3rd down and 9. Collins with a lot of time. Great coverage applied by Philadelphia and out of bounds and over the head of Wesley Walls. Boy, have you ever seen a coverage play? That was it.
Well, he looked for Wesley early, but Zordich had him totally shut out. Zordich had him covered like a blanket, and then when he scrambled, Walls broke to the outside and he overthrew. Good. This guy here, 36, he's a football player. Calls all the defenses, calls everything on the field. And Coach Rhodes says why he plays, he loves football. He loves being out there competing.
4th down and 9. They need a first or they're done. Collins throws. It's high and incomplete and out of timeouts. The Carolina Panthers are out of chances. And, Jerry, this is going to go down as a game probably for Carolina as Wesley Walls is hurt at the 15-yard line of missed opportunities. The very first drive, they gave it up on downs at the Philadelphia 14. Moments ago, we just saw Carolina and quarterback Kerry Collins fumble the ball at the 4-yard line of Philadelphia.
And the missed field goal that they tried down.
The missed 51-yard field goal. 4 times inside the 20. They come away with 2 field goals. Lost it on downs in the very first possession. And a possession back, they lost it on a fumble.
Well, this is crucial here for the rest of the season. This is their season. Wesley Walls looks like he's in big pain. He's such a big factor with them right now.
You see Cooper there shaking the hand of Walls. They were teammates in New Orleans.
I sure hope that it's Rhodes is even out there, and that's not his man down. That tells you the respect that these two teams have for each. Look at William Fuller. Here's a guy that's busted his gut, and he's hoping the guy's okay.
Muhsin Muhammad just got up to at the top of your screen, and he was shaken up but taken off, and he's walking off right now.
Well, they just bent Wesley Walls' leg. I just saw him bend his right leg, which is good.
Now they're feeling if there's any looseness. 1:15 left in this game. Carolina out of timeouts. Eagles get it back. Injury timeout. As good a sign as Carolina is going to come out of this game with. That he appears to be just shaken up, but nothing worse than that. Ty Detmer and the Eagles, they'll go to a knee and get a win. And a big day for big day for Detmer.
That, huh? 342 yards.
Carolina will now go to 5-3 Jerry at home in Ericsson Stadium, they're a perfect 4-0, but on the road, which has got to be a concern at this stage for Dom Capers, they are 1-3, and they're on the road next week at Atlanta.